Hey Leo, welcome to your April 2025 weekly reading. It's going to be a reading from April 9th until the 15th. I hope you're doing well, Leo. We're just going to go ahead and get started here and jump straight in. We're entering into a week with a full moon in Libra on the 12th or 13th, wherever you live. And this full moon in Libra is going to have with it the Sun conjunct Chiron. So this full moon in Libra will oppose that Sun Chiron conjunction in Aries. So a lot of energies around healing, but there's also a lot of energies of, it's time to move forward. It's time to break free. Mercury's now direct. Venus comes direct this week. So everything is forward in the astrology. We don't have to wait anymore. There's nothing, we don't have to do these long reviews anymore. It's time to move forward. We got Uranus here making aspects to Mars. We got Uranus here making aspects to Saturn, Venus, Mercury. And Uranus is a planet that deals with innovation and breakthroughs, right? And with it being in Taurus is breakthroughs on how we can innovate things in our life to improve the quality of our life, to make our lives more prosperous. Let's see here. So there's a lot here. Let's take a look. All right, let's pull your oracle cards and then we'll jump in here. But yeah, as we enter into the week this week, Mars will be trining that North Node. So this is, the North Node is the future, and it's Rahu. It pulls us into the future. It wants to help us create and establish a better future for ourselves. Mars is aligning with it. So Mars is our actions. And finding that emotional inner strength and resilience with it being in Cancer to really start moving down our soul's path and taking action. And then that sextile is getting from Uranus. We can find ways around things, breakthroughs with things, innovation with things. It's time for change and transformation. Spiritually, really, spiritually and emotionally, where have we been binded or stuck in quicksand? Where we've been trapped, where we've been spiritually stuck and trapped. This is where we can break through. You pulled this Sun card. It says source here. Well, Leo, you do rule the Sun, so the Sun is about happiness. And the Sun is also about visibility. And the one thing about the Sun right now in the astrology is it's in Aries at this time. So the Sun's exalted here. And like I said, this Sun this week, very interesting that this came out, is going to be conjunct Chiron with that full moon in Libra. So Sun conjunct Chiron in Aries is going to be this deeper sense of thing that comes up with the soul. Comes up from the unconscious to the conscious around some type of wound, with it being Chiron. Some type of thing within us that we have to attend to within inside of our own soul, our own self, our own being, that is stopping us from being fully Aries, which is Aries is all about self-determination, strength, bravery, courage, and also Aries has a lot to do with our identity and our sense of self. So it's like healing things in regards to that. So that way there's nothing inhibiting us from being able to be in that dignified energy as a Leo. I think this is where Leos can actually show people how to be a spiritual warrior. Because Sun in Aries, Aries is the warrior, Neptune's in Aries, it's the spiritual warrior. Chiron is the spiritual warrior who's healing, because Chiron is the wounded warrior. But also the guide and the mentor for others. And it's in our 9th house. I'm a Leo too, right? So it's in the 9th house, which is all about leading by principle. You pulled this Mother Earth card. It's the Earth Star Chakra. Yeah, I get a lot of Leos that watch me that are light workers, healers, wanting to do good for the planet, Mother Earth, for Gaia. And I think there's a lot of energy that you're transmuting at this time, Leo. But, the 9th house is how we benefit other people. That's why it's a house of morality. So it's how we benefit other people, how our behavior and our actions and our deeds benefit others. And Mother Earth is about, well, wanting to bring that to the collective. Illuminate the collective with the Sun card, right? To bring your light to the collective. You pulled this card coming out a lot. You pulled this Elephant card and it says honor, empathy, responsibility, cooperation. Well, yeah, like you're very wise. And I think here, Leo, that you're learning a lot. And I think you're also helping other people learn. And I think the weight in which you've been carrying, you've had to learn how to also have empathy for yourself and other people. And I think you've had to learn how to be patient and steadfast. So let's jump into your reading. 6 of Cups is your overall energy here. I like this reading, or I like this because the 6 of Cups is about the restoring of simplicity, and it's the gift of transformation. It's the returning of the sacred and finding that sacred, feel-good, loving, trusting energy. And, the 6 of Cups, 10 of Swords, 4 of Cups here, this can point to the memories of the past, stuff associated with the past, and the Judgment is your advice here in this reading. So this is about forgiving yourself. And I'm telling you, that Sun on conjunct Chiron, it's going to bring something up with the full moon that is reflecting right off of it. Around your sense of self, your identity, other people, relationships, or maybe even codependent things, or just certain relationships that you have with certain things, that certain aspects of it that need to be cleared and let go of. So this 10 of Swords in your current energy here, Leo, deals with change, innovation, and having to reinvent in a new way. Because I feel like the way you've been going with things, it hasn't worked, right? So I think you're having to kind of look at the truth of something and figure out how you would like to move forward, proceed forward. There's a bigger purpose here that I feel like you're also being called to with the Judgment as your advice. The 4 of Cups is in your challenge. It's been screaming for a while, I feel, Leo, like change that has to happen in order for you to really get the gift of this bigger transformation that your soul is being pulled toward. But that Judgment is having to make that big decision. And I see you stepping into it, because the Judgment card is your divine purpose. It's your cosmic responsibility. So it's answering the Judgment call. And the 2 of Pentacles here is, well, this is you making the changes that you need to make. So this is allowing for you to move forward. Because it's interesting, this is the week, I'm telling you, this is the week, this is the month, this is for the rest, this is everything direct. This is the time to start making changes. And that's what I see happening here. You pulled the Hangman here in the outcome. And the Hangman in the outcome is self-enlightenment. It's like you finally understand the bigger spiritual lesson of something, which is helping you here transcend, dissolve, and let go of these emotional patterns, or even these past experiences here that have kept you at a lower form of consciousness, that have kept you stuck from really evolving and expanding, like your soul moving forward. The soul's always moving forward, but it's about keeping up with it. You pulled the Knight of Swords here in the position of something you're unaware of that you need to be aware of here. Yeah, I think this Knight of Swords is wanting you to take decisive action here. Like, I wouldn't wait. 4 of Cups, 10 of Swords is, it can be procrastination, or it can be like, oh man, it's like, woe is me, kind of. Or just being upset, but it's like you gotta go here. Knight of Swords is saying you gotta be decisive and take action. Let's see here. Let's clarify your read here, Leo. Clarify the 6 of Cups here. Clarify the 6 of Cups for the overall energy. Pulled the Sun card. This is a fucking great week here for you, Leo. You have 2 suns in this reading, and for the overall energy, it's the Sun and the 6 of Cups here. I see a lot. I'm gonna make this is probably for someone very specific, but this is the message you're coming through for someone specific here. I see you having a lot of fun, or a lot of appreciation and gratitude for family. Something with family this week. But that sun in the Six of Cups is the reclaiming of the inner child, the sun king, the sun child. And finding a lot of peace and harmony and emotional joy. And feeling as if you are transcending, finally. Something about your career and work. I see some of you may be really be in the spotlight this week. Like you may get way more attention in some type of way. It's positive. So I don't know, maybe if you make TikToks or something, maybe if you're only getting like 1,000 views, you may have maybe you'll have like something go viral or something like that. Clarify the Ten of Swords in your current energy. You pull the Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, it's like the evaluation here of how you want to go about establishing and creating things, how you're going to support yourself, how you're going to make more money. It could even be like certain lifestyle habits that you're changing as well. It's the relationship here. It's like you got the substance, Leo, right? Like you have the spiritual substance. Like you have this, you got this potency, right, to create. That's not the issue. The issue is like how to figure out what the fuck to do with it. Like how to figure out new ways to innovate. Clarify the Four of Cups and the challenge, right? And I think I'm gonna do a tarot course, so I can, because there's so much because what is the Queen of Pentacles? Well, it's Earth. So okay, let's think about it, right? Okay, so Earth. It reminds me, it's Taurus energy here. You may have Taurus in your chart. It's second house energy. The Queen of Pentacles, like your resources, what you have. Right, the Ten of Swords is Gemini. It's the third house. The second house is like, okay, this is the substance. This is the resources. These are things that I have. The third house is establishing like a relationship with it, like understanding what you can do with it. That's why the third house talks about new ventures and ambitions. And yes, it's communication, but it's about understanding. So I feel like you're trying to figure out, okay, what can I do here? There's new things that I definitely got to do, but I have to figure it out because what I've been doing is not working. Or it's just time for change, right? You want more. Clarify the Four Cups in your challenge. You pulled the Star card here. Yeah, it's like the Star card is these big ideals and dreams that you're trying to keep alive. And I think that's the fear, though. I mean, they're very much alive and they're in the ether. All it takes is just reorienting yourself to them and connecting back to the soul. But, the Star card, Four Cups is, wanting to connect to something bigger, wanting to feel that connection more stronger. Clarify the Two of Pentacles in the future. You pull the Two of Swords here. I like this. I think this full moon in Libra, because the Two of Swords is the moon in Libra. This full moon in Libra, I feel for you, Leo, is going to allow for you to be able to make the necessary adjustments and changes and it's going to reflect to you something here along the lines of like the journey that you're on. Like you're still on this journey. Like it's something, I almost have a feel like you think something may be closing out or something like that, or things are going to go wrong or something like that. No, I think what it's going to reveal to you is that no, it's just about like needing to step more into something, or just stay on the path, stay on the journey, like keep fulfilling your dharma. And there's going to be some type of spiritual like understanding that you get with this, and I think it's going to allow for you to be like, okay, these changes aren't as big as I made them think, as big as I thought they were, or these obstacles aren't as big as they are. It's like you're seeing that you can easily transcend them, which is symbolic of Neptune, or the Hangman being in the outcome. Neptune is transcendence and dissolving limitation, and accessing a higher part of your divinity, which the sun is the divine. And you got it here twice in the read. Clarify the Hangman in the outcome. You pull the Four of Wands, which is being able to celebrate, have fun, and your success and just your overall belief in yourself is extending out into other people, and because of that, it's like you're doing a lot of positive and good here. Clarify the Judgment as your advice. You have the Empress here. Yeah, your advice at this time, Leo, Judgment, Empress, is to own your value and fully commit to what you think is enjoyable, what makes you satisfied. Start creating. Clarify the Knight of Swords. You pulled the Four Swords. Yeah, Four Swords is kind of contemplating, waiting for the perfect time. This is go time. Everything's direct in the astrology. This is go time. Be decisive. Which is not hard for Leos. But I think here the Judgment and the Empress as your advice. I want to pull one more on this. Can I get a minor arcana? Pull the Ace of Cups here. Yeah. This is about the soul's desires and the spiritual implication with the creation of things. Staying on that higher frequency and connection with that, and not getting too caught up in the mundane specifics of things. So that's what I got for you, Leo, in your reading. I appreciate you, Leo. I'm gonna leave your reading here. I think this week's definitely going to be a week of overall happiness, things restoring itself back to simplicity, even possibly some form of a gift here this week with that Six of Cups. Whether this is some type of physical gift or a spiritual gift or an emotional gift that's happening here for you, it doesn't matter. The point is, the Six of Cups is it allows for you to be at ease and at rest in your soul, which makes you feel as if you can transcend any limitation. And that's what I see here. But the challenge, Star card, Four of Cups, is not to lose sight and navigation of these bigger goals, bigger dreams. These bigger, higher spiritual things that you're wanting to, or these bigger things that you want to accomplish in general with your legacy, your destiny, and your dreams. So that's what I got for you, Leo, in your reading. I appreciate you. If you want to book a personal reading with me, that link's down below in the description. The reads are they're on sale at this time. If you like the video, be sure to hit that thumbs up button. And yeah, otherwise than that, Libra. Some of you may have Libra in your chart. Leo, I appreciate you. And yeah, I'll see you later.